Go.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. I am Godwin Moses from Abuja, Buhari, Nigeria. I'm here. Let me say this is the first broadcast that I'm releasing. I'm here to talk about TBC. First of all, I'm here to talk about cryptocurrency and that have occupied the system, or let me say that has occupied as a global village. First of all, what is a cryptocurrency? In my understanding, cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange like normal currency, such as US dollar, but designed digitally to exchange digital information through process made possible by certain principle of cryptography, which is used to secure the transaction and to control the creation of new coins. So now, what is the uses? What is the importance of cryptocurrency to mankind or to the global world presently now? I came to understand something in cryptocurrency. When we check the transaction that was done formerly, let me say, first of all, let's go back to the history of money, how money was generated, or the origin of money. Then, there was trade by barter in money system. Because there was no check and balances, it's now brought out to development of cowries. We started using cowries. From cowries to coin, still there was not balances. The disadvantage I understand in coin was that maybe I want to purchase a car that's worth of 3 million naira or in Nigeria money. So now I have to load a coin, that is metal money, in bag. Let me say, for now I'm in Abuja and I want to purchase a vehicle in Kano. I have to load that money to Kano. You can see that it will endanger my life because the money will be in bunch. Through it will endanger my life. So now, when they sat down and saw that the balances, they see the risk involved, then they now have a system called fiat exchange, which is paper money. So now, in paper money, we've come to realize that there are some, let me say, some obstacles, or let me say, there are some things that in fair exchange we encounter. Let me say, in banking transaction, we found difficulties in bank. How? You may take your paper money to the bank today, deposit your money. If you want to come and withdraw your money, it will be a story. There must be a debiting process. And another thing, in a banking sector, once you go to the bank, if you deposit 100, let me say, if you deposit 5 million, you are coming to withdraw your 5 million that you gave them. Guess what? You are not going to get actual 5 million. Sometime they will say network failure, or they will say you are eligible to withdraw that certain amount, but when you deposited it, when you give out for deposit, there was no excuses like that. So now, what am I saying? Cryptocurrency have come and changed the world entirely. How? In security, let me say, when you have your coin, your cryptocurrency in your wallet, nobody will have access to your wallet. You yourself will have access to your account. Once you want to withdraw your money, you will not find all these lapses, you will not find all these excuses. There is no any excuses that will come involved. But that is what I am so happy with cryptocurrency. So now, this new cryptocurrency that was introduced, called TBC, I so much embrace this TBC because it have changed my life positively. First of all, what is TBC? TBC is the billion coin that was introduced purposely to do what? It was introduced to elevate poverty, to make a common man to become something. And I so much embrace it because totally it has changed my life. How? I'm proud to be a billionaire. I never expect I will become a billionaire, not until when I embrace TBC. Now, I have achieved a lot in TBC because through TBC, I purchase many things. Sometimes, even my house rent, I do pay with TBC presently now. So now what am I trying to say? The vision of TBC is to elevate poverty, to drown poverty from man's life. So I don't know your future, I don't know your belief concerning TBC. I don't know what you up to concerning TBC. But my advice to you is that embrace TBC when we are still in wealth creation. This is my first TV and this is my first broadcast. Why it came late is that I was in deeply going through TBC and also preach about TBC. I don't want to rush things because I have gone here and there. I have gone through deeply, even going to remote areas like villages that don't know anything about TBC. I go there, preach, take my time, explain what is TBC to them for them to understand. And guess what? I am so much happy because them there they embrace TBC. And in some parts, like all these people that have handwork, I go to them, explain how TBC is to them and how they can get TBC. Okay, now I'm a stylist. So how can I get TBC? Maybe that person, maybe my opponent have TBC. I will go to him. I want to barb your hair. Please, I don't want you to pay me in cash. I need TBC because I know TBC, once it's in my wallet, is improving. So I went to them, telling them how TBC grows, how TBC works, in future time, how TBC will be to them. And guess what? My appreciation was that really they really embraced TBC. So I would like to thank the admin of TBC because really he have tried enough. He have tried to see that man have been elevated from poverty. God gave him this idea to build the world at large. So what am I trying to say is that spreading of TBC or preaching of TBC, you are supporting the admin to do what? To achieve his goal. Or we are supporting the TBC community at large to achieve the goal. So my brother and sister out there, please, I'm advising you, go into TBC, embrace TBC, love TBC, eat TBC, share TBC with your beloved ones so that at the end they will not regret their life, because very soon, if you don't have TBC, it's going to be something I don't know. So now the achievement is so much. And I also thank my mentor, who is Pastor Monday Bauer. He introduced me into TBC. I have no regret why I know him, and I have no regret why I know TBC. So what I'm trying to say is that embrace TBC so that at the end your life will be transformed. So I have my colleague here that we are going to talk about things and the benefits ahead of us in TBC community. So NS Data is here with me.
Yeah, good evening, viewers all over there. Uh, this is NS Steven Gata. With me here is Brother Godwin. So he has been saying a lot of TBCs. This is a guy who have compassion, who have love for TBC, and who have love for the people, who have love for his community, who have love for even his enemies. This guy has worked so tirelessly to make sure, yes, something good happens in the life of people. He has worked earnestly to make sure that, yes, he has reached even into the interiors, into the deep villages, just to make sure, yes, his people that are finally free from slavery, his people are finally free from poverty. So you see, it takes a great man to do a great thing. And as you can see, and as you can hear him again, when I told him about broadcasting, he said, how can he broadcast when his people are there who are yet to know about TBC? So his more concern was on his people having the wallet, having done the necessary thing which the admin require. So he seems to be late, but he's never delayed, because he's always ready to make sure what he go through the interior and make sure that he preach to the interiors to understand what TBC is all about and the gain and the profit behind it. The admin has a bright plan for the whole world entirely, and even for the masses and for the poor, for the less privileged. Now you see, with the achievement so far in the TBC community, a lot of people now are accepting TBC. There are many chiefs that we have met. There are many people that we have come across, those with the handwork, different type of handwork, those even in the government work, those with the shops. So even now, we have started what transaction with some goods. So it's a great achievement. So sometimes I wonder how some people sit down over there and begin to think impossibility over TBC. Maybe it's because they have never embraced such huge amount of money in their life. So it seems to them to be for it to be a scam or something, let me say, something impossible to them. Well, I don't blame them. Why? Because the gap between the poor and the rich is quite far. A poor man will always believe on impossibility, while the rich man always believe in possibility. We can see the numbers and the numbers of the politicians who have met us to speak to them about TBC, to explain what TBC is and what TBC community is. They have embraced TBC, even putting their finances, putting their money, because they believe in it, based on what we have spoke to them, based on what we have told them, based on what we have introduced to them. So it's a great thing and it's a great privilege to be one of the member, one of the division. So as you can see, even those in the private sector, that is in the hospital, a lot of them now are saying, wow, if this be the case, we need to even start treating people, patients with even TBC. I met a lawyer who dedicated herself and said that any client, any member of the TBC who wants who want her to stand for her, that she says she will serve that person with 100% TBC, which is a great improvement. See, there are a lot of things that are happening now in the community. Those who don't know, they will never know. And those who know will know. And those who don't know and want to know will surely know. And those who know and don't want to accept will never know. So the fact must be said and the fact must be preached. Whether people like it or not, cryptocurrency has come to be, and so TBC, the leader of all cryptocurrency, has come to stay. All other cryptocurrency are behind TBC. So what are you waiting for? The great abundance. I really appreciate the voice of TBC, which is the Bitcoin Randy, and also the admin who is working earnestly to make sure that yes, things go out to the people in TBC community very well. I must acknowledge your effort, the admin, and I must acknowledge your effort, the voice of TBC, Bitcoin Randy, and other crew members and all the top leaders in the whole world, because you are doing great job out there. You are playing your part and we are also playing our part here. So the other viewers who are all over the world viewing us right now, we are here to not to confuse you, but to convince you, because this is the reality fact and nobody can change it. So believe it or not, or like it or not, if you are being accepted now, when it is in your let me say in your doorstep, you will accept it when you are even begging with a huge amount of money by then. So we encourage you, preach TBC, embrace TBC, do the necessary things that the admin asks to be done. Follow the admin principle and follow the admin rules, and you will surely achieve that which is achievable. So now, I also speak concerning those with the handwork over there. Those who have come to understand what TBC are also transacting with TBC. We have not stopped, we have not given up. This is not the end, but we are still in the move. We will make sure that we do everything in our own ability and capability to reach out to many people who are out there, and make sure that TBC is not one-sided. That is, TBC is global in our community, in our villages, in our neighborhood. So you see, there is a lot of plans ahead. We are still on going about with seminars, organizing seminar, discussing TBC to people, introducing TBC to people, also introducing cryptocurrency, because one thing is to know cryptocurrency and another thing is to know one of the key cryptocurrency, and TBC happens to be the #1 leading cryptocurrency who will shake the whole world. Right now, it's even shaking the whole world, and like it or not, it must take the lead. So now, I encourage you, don't sit down. Don't just receive abundance from the admin and just relax. Try your best. Do your best. Achieve your best. Share it to your loved ones. Share it even to your enemy. What makes an enemy becomes an enemy is because of poverty. Because of what? Poverty. Because of greed. So now, if you have and your enemy have, your enemy will worry not about you. Your enemy will never worry about you. Rather, he will focus on what he have. So there are a lot of things and a benefit that TBC coming into our community will surely do and achieve. So it's good for you to embrace it now, and it's good for you to accept it now. The earlier, the better. Do not be delayed. Be in the train, the moving train, so that it will be great with you. Accept TBC with one mind, with one heart, and let's move together. Notwithstanding, I will always let you to understand that we are not tired and we will never be tired. We will preach it till we make sure that the vision of the admin is achieved. So embrace cryptocurrency and it shall be great in your life. You will never want and you will never lack. You will save your generation. So we have plans for our generation. That's why we are embracing cryptocurrency. If you also have plans for your generation, you should also embrace cryptocurrency. It will be good for me and you to move in the same direction. That the vision of the admin and vision of God towards his children will be achieved. So, do what is right. Do not scam anyone in this section. Do not deceive anyone. Tell them the reality and tell them the truth. And let them accept the truth and work with the truth so that they will be free from bondage. So over to you. I will hand over to him, my brother here, so that he will have more something to tell you from his mind and even most of his plans ahead again. He has not tired because he's still on the run. He's one of the best guys around here and he will always be because he takes TBC very serious. So whosoever have this mind is a lover of all, is a lover of people. Because if you don't have love for people, you will only receive what the admin have for you and relax and keep to yourself without saying it out. But as long as you go out there to preach to people, letting people know about TBC, letting them know that it is real, letting them know that if they embrace it, things will turn around to them. And if they embrace it, it's a credit to you. So there is a great privilege. It is a honor to direct people in a right way. It is a honor to do the right thing. It is a honor to embrace the right thing at the right time. It is a honor to share the right thing at the right time. Of course, one thing I love about TBC, it doesn't depreciate. It only appreciates. Other currency who have been controlled by the elite always go up and come down. But TBC is straightforward. It is not one-sided. It is all and for all. It stands on its own. And it stands on what it promised. It promised it will keep growing. And that is how it is. So we have not seen any differences from what the admin have tell us. We have not seen any, let me say, the negative of what admin has told us. Everything admin have said has been positive. He has been truth in his words, and he has been truth in his action. So we should also follow him the way he is, because a leader always shows a good example, in which our leader has always been faithful. So anything he asks us to do, let's make sure we do it, and let's make sure we follow the rules and regulation guiding the TBC community. Be serious about what you are doing. Be sincere about what you are doing. Sometimes for people to listen to you, it entails some things about you. It's either you have a good character, it's either your moves are pure and clean. So when you speak to people, people believe you. But if you find out that you speak to people, I don't listen to you, I don't believe you, there could be a question mark. But when you have the spirit of leadership in you, when you speak to people, people believe you, people hear you, and people embrace what you embrace. And that is what we are always doing. We make sure that, yes, we tell them the reality. When we tell you the reality, you look into the reality, When you see the reality, in the reality we speak to you, you accept the reality and you do the reality. So that is our ways, and that has been our channel. That has been our vision, to make sure we do the doable things, and to make sure we do the right thing. So God bless you over there, as I hand over to my brother over here to say more little things and to also greet you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah. Once again, I thank him for commenting in TBC. So, first of all, throughout our program, there is no program you will say it without any challenges. Let me say, from even in villages, there are some challenges that we are facing. And what are the challenges? One, let me say we have financial challenges sometimes, but that is not the much problem. But the major problem is literacy barrier. Our people in the villages, they don't know, let me say, they don't have awareness of digitalization that is taking on presently. And that has been our concern. Is by scholarship, because illiteracy is much in the country, I mean in the villages. Some people don't really know how to, or let me say, some don't have the resources to train their children to school. But I'm proud today with TBC, we have more than 100 that we have sponsored in schools, because we have some schools here that accept TBCs, and that is our joy. And lastly, in last community that we enter, here there was a private hospital which accept TBC, and we are glad, because the patients, most patients go there to treat themselves. First of all, we taught them how to transact with TBC, so they go there, treat them, and pay with TBC. That was our great joy, because we have achieved a lot there. So what I'm trying to say is that we don't really need the benefit now, but let our people benefit much. Let the TBC spread first before we now talk about benefit. This is a time for every TBCian to work hard. This is not just time to sit down and do what and start enjoyment. This is not a season of enjoyment, but this is the time of hard work. Go to where you know that they don't really know about TBC, they don't have awareness of TBC. Preach to them, let them understand very well. Then once they know, you try your best, leave the rest for admin. Once you try your best, I know out of 1,000, for instance, out of 1,000 population, you have at least 100 that will understand all about TBC. And if you have 100 in that community that really understand about what is all about TBC, the news is round. With that 100, you can start something. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to let my fellow TVians, I'm trying to encourage you guys out there, don't get tired. If really we want to meet up our target, we should never be tired. Our resources, our effort, we should sacrifice them, so that at the end our people will laugh together with us. So I really appreciate the effort of admin. Admin is working so hard, so we should contribute our effort too and work together with him, so that at the end we will all achieve our goals. So let me say, there is time for everything. There is a season to farm and a season to harvest. It is the season for we to work hard and farm and do what, and hustle for people to the TBC community, so that once we reach the ultimate target, we will all enjoy. So, I pray that God should increase admin both in potential, knowledge, and understanding so that we hit our ultimate goal. So, I will hand over to my brother, Enes Gata.
Yeah, we have come to the end of this section of broadcasting. So you out there believe in TBC. We encourage you believe in TBC. Believe what TBC is. Let's move together. Let's work together, and it shall be bright in our future. So let's embrace TBC with one heart. Let's pray TBC. Let's do the necessary thing, and God will bless you all. God bless those who are watching us, and God bless those who are out there receiving knowledge from others like us. May God bless TBC community, and may God bless the voice of TBC and also the admin. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.